this idea that we are one with God, this idea that we are preserved in love, extending in love, created in his name, forever one with him, that is ourself, what does that mean within a world of envy, hatred, and attack? And this is where we find ourselves. So how do we integrate those two things? And that to me is kind of, that questioning is what makes the Course so practical. It says, you are this holy self. You are this truth. How do you live it? Right? That's what's practical about the Course. On one hand, always reminding you of the truth of who you are, even though it's hard to grasp. And then saying, okay, I know you don't get it, so let's figure out how you can get it. Let's make it practical for you. Let's make it reasonable. And it says in that second paragraph, therefore, you have a function in the world, not in God's terms, but in the world's terms, in its own terms. Okay? Forgiveness, therefore, represents your function here. That's the world's terms. That's what's going to have to happen for us. That's going to have to lead the way for us if we are going to know what that first paragraph is telling us we are. We're going to have to practice that truth. We're going to have to allow forgiveness to lead the way. Forgiveness represents your function here. This is what we're here to do. Now, we may say, I'm here to be a teacher, I'm here to be a lawyer, I'm here to be a waitress, I'm here to be a musician, I'm here to be a housewife, I'm here to, do a homemaker. I mean, lots of things I may be here to do. And that may be your particular function within this world, but your real function, while you are doing all of those things, is forgiveness. That is your purpose for being here. It is not, and then it goes on to say something interesting that always kind of makes people go, really? Really? Forgiveness is not God's creation, for it is the means by which untruth can be undone. So the Course often says that we've fallen asleep to our reality. And everything that we've dreamed in this dream is not the truth of who you are. And what we are doing now is trying to awaken to our truth. And we have the Holy Spirit, it tells us, as this lesson is going to say that as well. We have the Holy Spirit that's in the midst of this dream, knowing what we think is going on, but knowing the truth of what really is going on. And so he helps us to not take away what we think is going on. He helps us to look at that and say, look at it in a slightly different way. And maybe what you'll see is you no longer value that thing that you think, maybe the anger or the judgment or the depression or the, upset that you're going through, the fear that we might be going through. Let me show it to you in another way, and perhaps you'll be willing to step aside from that dream and awaken to the truth. So every experience that we go through is an opportunity for us to do that. And many times during the day we go, no, thank you. I'm not ready to wake up. I want to stay asleep in my anger and my judgment and my fear and my depression. We have to stop and think, what is not love is only fear. So anytime we are angry or upset or depressed or going, I feel today, the same thing. So all of those things need to be brought to the light. Those are the compromises to truth. And you might go, oh, I don't feel very good about myself because I'm not living in much love. Well, good for you to see it. Isn't that exciting? You can see that those are the compromises to truth, and I can choose another way. I have helped to do that. So that to me is an exciting awareness for us. You may not be there yet, but I know what? The first paragraph should always be harping in your mind. Have that harp in your mind. It is your Father's will that you complete him, that you are forever pure, loved, created in love, preserved in love, extending in love, creating in that name forever. So that's the truth. That's what we're not getting when we hold on to all of the things that are unlike love. Okay? So this is always there. So to me, looking at the things that block it, give me an opportunity to move through them, to move through it.